I welcome you all to the sixth session of Code Crunchers. Hope you revised everything. We had 2 days break. Now, first, there were two questions in the assignment, which I'll be discussing just now. And then we'll come to a new topic, operators in Java. So I'll be sharing my whiteboard. Just wait. Okay. There were two questions which some of the candidates had problems solving. One was write a program to store your age and print. Like you have to print like statement, and within the statement you have to use the variable to print the value with the variable. So for that program, I'll be just writing with the code over here. Okay, so class. See, in this program you have to store, so you are storing in the variable. So int age equals your age. So I'm writing 18 over here. Then system dot out dot print ln. Yeah, so I've written the program over here. See, I had given this program on purpose that first I stored the age, and here in between the message I've written the variable for it to print the value of the variable. So because in between I had to print the value of the variable, I have divided the whole message into two parts. The first part I took it as I enclosed it in double inverted quotes. Then I used the addition symbol for attachment, and then I used addition symbol for attachment for of the next part of the message, and then I printed the next part of the message as it is by using double inverted quotes. Summarization of that: we stored the value of our age into a variable known as age with the data type int. Then, because we had to print the value of our age within the message, that is in between the message, we divided the message into two parts. The first part was I am enclosed within double inverted quotes. Then we use addition sign for attachment of the variable. Then we wrote the name of the variable for the Java machine to print its value. Then we again wrote the addition symbol for attachment, and we wrote the last part of the message years old within double inverted quotes, so that the output will be I am 18 years old. Means the whole output as was needed in the question. So now it's clear, I hope. Okay. And now there was another question. That question means it was a very simple question. You have to create a program, and without using any variables, you have to print your name. So it is name. You have to just print a message in this program like system out print. The L will be in lowercase, println, and double inverted quotes, and my name is, and write whatever your name is, and that's it. This was the program. Hope it's clear. Okay, these were the two questions. Now we'll be coming to a new topic. If there is any more doubt regarding the assignment, you may inform. Okay, so now operators over here. Now, because we are doing integer-based programming, that is number-based programming, we'll be using integer data types, double data types, and because we are using integer-based programming, we'll be needing certain mathematical operators, which is provided by Java as a built-in feature that you can add, you can subtract, you can divide, and you can multiply. Now for addition, the symbol is same, the addition symbol. For subtraction, the symbol is same. So addition, the same symbol, subtraction, the same symbol. Then comes multiplication. For multiplication, we are using the symbol of asterisk. This symbol we are using. Addition, the same symbol as in mathematics. Subtraction, the same symbol. But for multiplication, we are using this asterisk symbol in Java. And for division, now for division, there are two types of operators used. One is for getting the quotient, and the other is for getting the remainder. So for the quotient, it is the same, and for the remainder, we are using the modulus. Yeah. For the remainder, we are using modulus, that is the percentage symbol. So just summarizing, addition, subtraction, we are using the same symbol in Java. Multiplication, we are using asterisk. And division, for the question, it is the same symbol in Java. And for remainder in Java, we are using the percentage symbol or the modulus for calculating the remainder. So is this much clear? And I hope you are noting it down. Okay. Yeah. So summarizing once again, see in Java, because we are using integer-based programming, we are doing integer-based programming. So we'll be needing certain mathematical functions, and for that we'll be requiring certain operators. So for addition, so yeah, in Java for addition, we are using the same symbol which is used in mathematics. For subtraction, we are using the same symbol. The only change is in multiplication. We are using asterisk over here that resembles the multiplication sign of mathematics. For division, for getting the quotient is in the answer of the division. We are using the same symbol. And for the remainder, for calculating the remainder in a division, we are using this percentage symbol or the modulus symbol. I hope it's clear now. Now there's one question based on the same logic, a simple question I'm giving you, and you all are expected to complete it within 4 minutes. And the question is, write a program to input, and please note over here we are going to enter the values to input two numbers, write a program to input two numbers and calculate their sum. You have to store the sum in a variable, store the sum in a variable and print it. So in this question, you have to input two numbers, you have to calculate their sum, you have to store the sum in a variable like, and you have to print it. So first you try it and then I'll solve it. Or if you solve it, then we'll discuss it. At 10:58, I expect you to complete it, and you are requested to raise your hand as soon as you complete it. See, today we'll do operators in great lengths and breadths. And after the break even, if you have any means query regarding all what we did up till now, you are requested to kindly ask. Because from tomorrow we'll be starting with loops, and loops requires logic and understanding and of Java concepts as well as using your brains for it. So that's why you are requested to clear all of your programming concepts taught up till now today itself. Okay, so 3 more minutes. So one of the candidates has raised his hand. We'll just wait 2 more minutes for the other two candidates. So 1 more minute left. So it's 10:58. Now you can send, yeah. Yeah, the program you made is correct. The only thing is that in the question I asked that you have to input the numbers. So, and over here you have stored the numbers. So this is the only difference in the NA program. Now, the other candidate, he is also requested to directly message me his program. No, what you made is wrong. Now, what we'll do is I'll go with what candidate Musab has sent me, and I'll make the required correction in it. So this is what he sent me. Okay, the solution is a slight mistake in it. Rest it's correct. The only mistake in this question is that the candidate has stored the values of the variable. Whereas in the question I asked that you have to input the values. So you will be just writing int1, int2. That is, these are two variables. Or I'll take another name, int0 and int. So these are two variables in which you'll be entering the values. The user will be prompted to enter the values. For example, he stores 2 in O and 3 in T. So in int3, we'll be getting 2 plus 3, 5, and we'll get the output as 5. I'll just rename the variable 3 to make it int sum, just for your understanding that over here we are storing and calculating the sum of the two entered numbers. So is it clear to the other candidate? Because we never write values within the public static void main. We all always write the name of the variable. We declare the variable so that the user may input the values. So is it clear now? We have created a class, and in public static void main we prompted the user to enter two values, two variables, and we have added the two variables in the third variable known as sum, and we have printed the value of the variable sum. So is it clear now? Okay. And what about the other candidates? Clear to them? Okay. Yeah, that's great. And now it's time for the break. I just gave an intro for operators. After the break, we'll do much more on operators. We'll use every type of operator because from tomorrow onwards, we'll be doing loops. So now you're requested to go through your notes, go through each and every program we did in the break, rehydrate yourselves. And after the break, if you have any query, you may ask, and then we'll continue. So now you may leave. You are requested to rejoin latest by 11:08. Okay. Okay. So welcome back, and I hope you went through all your notes, rehydrated, and revised the programming concepts. So if you have any query, you may ask in the chat box, then we'll continue. Okay. Yeah. So now I'll be sharing the screen. Now we will be doing subtraction, then multiplication, then both the operators for division. So today we are going to complete this topic. So yeah. Yeah, so before the break, we did this question. Until here, we have completed. Now, another question. And this one, I hope you do it correctly. Write a program to input two numbers and calculate the difference between them and print it. So in this program, you've got to input two numbers, you calculate the difference between them, and you have to print it. It's a similar program. Just in the last one, we did addition. In this one, we are going to do subtraction. If you completed this program, you may raise your hand. Okay. Yeah, so what you did, I'll just edit it in this program itself.
The only I changed made is in the sign, so that was subtraction.
Okay. Yeah, this was the program just to familiarize you with it. Okay, so now here's the question. Write a program to input two numbers, calculate their sum, and divide the sum by any one of the numbers and print the quotient. So in this program, you have to input two numbers, you have to calculate their sum, and you have to divide the sum by any one of the entered number. And then you have to print the quotient in the print statement. Hope it's clear the question. You are getting 4 minutes for this question, and at 11:25 you are expected to make it by 11:25. See, just now in your programming, you've got a lot of discretion. I am giving you a lot of yeah. So I'm giving you a lot of space to decide how you can make the program. Like over here only, I've asked that you can divide the sum by any one of the variables, any one of the entered numbers. But as we proceed, the questions will not be like this. When we'll go to if-else programs, when we'll do conditional programming, when we'll do more programs, then I'll tell you what type of number you have to decide and you have to do, and you'll have to make the program in the same manner by using greater logics. Here, the logics are really, really simple. They'll get somewhat to a good level as we proceed further. Yeah, so one more minute. Okay. Yeah, what you've done is totally 100% correct. The program the syntax. There's just a little means, I guess you missed it. In the print statement, at the end, you will have to apply a semicolon. Rest hold all of the logic and everything is 100% accurate. Okay, so we'll go by what he has sent. So over here, he has declared a class known as div for division, and then public static void main. He has declared two variables e and f. He has calculated the sum the same as we did in our previous questions. The only difference is that he has created int Davis and he has divided the sum by any one of the variable, and he has chosen the variable f, and he has printed the quotient over here. The only thing missing was this semicolon, and now his program is 100% completed. Clear? Okay. So now one more question. Now for the remainder. So I'm sending the question. Write a program to input two numbers, calculate the product of both the numbers, print it, and also print the remainder on dividing the product with any one of the entered numbers. Okay. In this question, you have to input two numbers, you have to calculate the product of both of the numbers, and you have to print them. The product you have to print, and you have to also print the remainder, which you will get on dividing the product with any of the entered numbers. Last 1 minute. As soon as you complete it, you're requested to raise your hand, and then you may send it to me privately in the chat box. Yeah. So it's time. The question was clear, I hope. You have to enter two numbers, input two numbers. You have to calculate the product of both the numbers. For product, I told you which symbol we are using, the asterisk symbol. And then you have to print the product first. And then you have to print the remainder, which you will get on dividing the product with any one of the entered numbers, the same logic to be used as was used in the previous program. Yeah, so where is this program? Yeah, the program is almost correct. The only inconsistency is that here the code you have written, it prints the quotient of the division instead of the remainder. And note over here, I told that in Java, for remainder, there is an operator for which we are using the percentage symbol. So over here, you have written int Davis prod for product divided by f. No, you'll use the percentage symbol between f and prod. So I hope that's clear. Now I'll write it over here. So is the program, and the only edit to be made over here is that just we'll use the percentage symbol over here. No, the question is asking you have to divide the product. You have to print the remainder, which will get on dividing the product with any one of the entered numbers. So the product is E into F. That's very much correct. Then there is a variable taken int Davis, and you have divided the product with any one of the entered numbers. The only thing is that instead of using the divide sign, which you use for getting the quotient, you have used the percentage symbol, which you use for getting the remainder. Is it clear now? Yeah, because while explaining over here, I told you the same thing. For addition, we are using the same symbol as in mathematics. Subtraction, the same symbol. Multiplication, we are using asterisk. Division, we are using this same symbol. And for remainder over here, we are using this percentage symbol. And I hope it's clear to the candidate who made this program. It was very much correct. The only correction which was there, it has already been corrected. You are required to note this program down. And today you are requested to run this program or any of the program you like. You can try to make programs by yourself and run them on BlueJ. And ask me if you have any doubt the program. In case the program does not run, there is some error. Okay. Now we have done means all of the data, all of the operators, be it the addition symbol, subtraction symbol, the multiplication, the division, and the one used for getting the remainder. Now one more question. I'll be sending it to you. Yeah, so this is the question. It's a merger of all of the operators we did till now. Explaining the question. In this question, you have to input two numbers. First, you have to calculate their sum in a separate variable, And in a separate variable, you have to calculate the product of both the numbers. Then you have to find the difference between the product and the sum. That is, you have to subtract the sum from the product and store the value in a different variable, third variable. In the fourth variable, you'll divide the difference by 2, means the difference that you got in the third variable, you'll divide it by 2. And on dividing, first you'll divide it by 2 and store it in a variable, and the other time you'll divide it to get the remainder and store it in a variable. Then you'll print all of the values you received from the quotient, the remainder, the product, the sum, and the difference. And because it's quite a lengthy program, you're getting 5 minutes, and at 11:45 we'll discuss it, and then we'll end the class. Yeah, so 1 minute left. I hope you have completed the program. If you completed, you may raise your hand. Yeah, so it's 11:45. We'll discuss it and complete it off. You may unmute yourself and dictate the program up till where you understand.
Hello.
Yeah.
I have programmed up to the difference where we are supposed to write the difference between the two variables.
No.
B.
I'm asking you to dictate the whole program up till where you have understood.
Up to where till I have understood.
Start. Because I told you, wait. I told you that if you do not understand the logic of a program, then you're required to make the program up till the fourth line, and means the variable declaration, the basic calculations, up till where you understand, you're required to make the program, even if you have not completely understood the program.
I have done it till there.
Okay, so now wait, I'll explain the program. One candidate has sent the program. Okay, so first he has calculated the sum, that's very much correct. The product, that's also very much correct. Then he has subtracted the product from the sum. Then he has calculated the quotient as well as the remainder and printed everything. That it's 120% correct. That is, in this program, first you had to calculate the sum for both of the numbers, entered numbers. Then you have to calculate the product. Then you have to find the difference between the product and the sum, which the candidate has done very much correctly. And then you have to divide the difference by 2. And here he has done it very much correctly. He has stored the quotient over here, and over here he has stored the remainder. And all of these 5 variables, he has printed it, and the program is very much correct. I hope it's clear to the other candidate who was confused. Okay, so now we'll be keeping up to here only. Tomorrow we'll be doing loops. And I tell you, loops in Java, they require a lot of logics and thinking. And henceforth, you're expected to be clear of all that was taught up till here, up till now, and revise everything. Okay. So now we'll keep it up till here. It was great that you made the programs. Have a nice day. Thank you. You may leave the session now.